Hi everybody, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. We're so glad that you're here. Today we're going to talk a little about seed saving and planting and preparing for your garden and meeting one of our fur babies. Everybody, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about saving seed. Every year we put all our leftover seed back, plus some that we harvested from our garden. And I use the bags that we get from Amazon that are the bubble bags. And I seal them with some tape. This works really good. I save little envelopes like this that are bubble, and I pack my seeds in there also when I can't fit them in the other bags. I have a few that I have just wrapped because I didn't have any bubble bags, but I wrapped them really good and put them just in Ziploc bags. And I have several seeds that I did the packages up and little envelope packages, and I had a few that probably will not do good because I didn't put them in anything. One other thing that you can use, and you can see that I have taped my box because it is just overflowing, is a baby white box. And I just pack all my seeds in there as tight as I can, get the lid on there good and tight, and put it in my freezer. These seeds, some of my seeds went back as far as 2013 and 2014 last year, and we planted some of those and had an abundance crop. They were bell peppers, and they were delicious. They turned out fine. They grew fine. I find that when I freeze my seed, they do better. But I don't necessarily freeze flower seed. I will save my flower seed and put them in the refrigerator to keep them dormant. In January, we start preparing for our garden. We start planning and getting ready to either purchase or use up the seed we have on hand. We try to use what we have on hand. And we try to buy seed from the year prior to and put them in the freezer. And we also save seed from our garden. Now, in planning for our garden, we need to look at our freezers and see what we have in our freezer. And this year I have zucchini, yellow squash, eggplant, and okra that we need to eat up before the crop starts coming in this year. And also we look at our cannings, what we have already canned on hand, and figure out how much of that we're going to eat between now and when our season begins, and preparing from that to know what we need to plant in our vegetable gardens. Also, we do purchase some fruit from a local farm market when we can't get it locally any other way, that we want to can. And I know that I have an abundance of jelly on hand. I have hot peppers on hand. I have hot peppers like Tabasco sauce and so forth that we like to use, and I may want to do some more of that, but not the hot pepper, in vinegar. So looking at that and knowing what we have on hand really helps us to plan our garden. We will be using hay bales for some of the plants to get them up off the ground, and to enrich the soil where we're placing the hay bales, because the majority of our property is sandy soil and it is just not good to plant in. Now, the area that we do plant in already is at the edge of our property, and it is very rich soil, and we really don't have to do anything to it other than till it up. We do use black plastic, and we have in the past, mainly because I have back issues and I can't get down on my hands and knees like I used to and pull weeds. And it just makes it easier for us to do our gardening. It's not the ideal situation because your soil needs to be able to breathe. And the plastic kind of eliminates some of that. And so we try to replace that, go and till it up and add some black cow to it or some composted materials that we have around our property. The other thing that we're going to do when we plant our garden is we do companion planting, and we do rotation crops. The companion planting really helps the production of your garden. It increases it. Rotating your crop also increases your crop. It gives the soil new nutrients because your plants will give new nutrients back to the ground, as well as take some out. So that's some of the things that we're going to do. And we're going to be planting a lot of beans this year, mainly because the prices of beans are going up, and we don't know what's in the beans that we're buying in the store. Even the dry beans, we don't know what chemicals they've been sprayed with, and so forth. So we're trying to get away from as much of the chemicals as we possibly can. So that's what we're going to be doing in our garden this year. And I hope you look forward to seeing some of the things that we're doing when we get outside in the spring and start planting. We are in Zone 7, and we will be planting according to Zone 7. And I hope that you will come back and watch our garden grow. Say hello. Say hello to the people. Isn't he sweet? He's a rescue, y'all. My daughter rescued him down in Bahia, Mississippi. Some mean person threw him out of a moving vehicle out in the middle of a highway. And when we got him, he was 4.5 pounds. He's now up to about 12 pounds, and he's 4 years old. He's been with us for the last 3.5 years, and we love him to death. And he's the oldest of our fur babies that are indoors. Yes, he's sweet. And he's got on his little coat, y'all, because he stays cold. But we try to keep him warm because he's the coldest of all our fur babies. He's a Jack Russell Terrier. He's very hyperactive. He likes to play. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Yeah. He's also extremely intelligent. He knows all his little tricks. He learned them very quickly. And he knows how to spell. He knows what TREAT means. See his ears perk? And he will do anything to get that. So we just love him to death. He's the oldest of our 3 indoor fur babies.